Whether it is the case of ceasefire between India and Pakistan, ceasefire between Iran and Israel, or the statement of complete destruction of Iran's nuclear sites, Donald Trump's claims always remain a victim of critics, and it is said that these claims are either incomplete or have very little truth in them. Donald Trump informed the whole world about the attack after the attack on Iran's nuclear sites, and also said that now Iran's nuclear program has ended forever. And to emphasize, he especially used the word obliterate. That means now it has been uprooted. But later the report revealed that in reality Iran's nuclear sites have suffered very little damage, and this intelligence report was given by the US's own Defense Intelligence Agency, which somehow leaked and reached the media. When these reports were published, Trump strongly criticized CNN and the New York Times and demanded that the reporters who worked on the story be fired. But Trump's actions only strengthened the suspicion that the reports were true. Iran's news agency Amwaj Media later reported that Iran was informed before the attack and that it would be a one-time attack. But this was not the first time Donald Trump was caught lying. Donald Trump's life has been full of various scandals, false claims, and frauds. Let's take a look at some of the lies that Donald Trump has been caught making. Donald Trump has said thousands of lies or incorrect things till date. The Washington Post's fact-checkers have recorded that Trump has made 3,573 false or misleading statements in his first term. That means he lied 21 times a day, and Canada's Toronto Star newspaper has recorded 5,276 false statements from 2017 to 2019. Initially, many news agencies were hesitant to call Trump's lies as lies. But after June 2019, they started calling these things lies openly. Trump's close associate Steve Bannon, who was the CEO of the 2016 election campaign, said that Trump's real enemy is not the Democrats but the press. And the way to deal with them is to create so much confusion in statements that people cannot focus on any one issue. After the 2020 U.S. presidential election, Donald Trump and his supporters repeatedly made false claims that there was a huge fraud in the election, and that in fact, if there was no fraud, Trump would have won the election. This is a fraud on the American public. We are getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we will win this election. This oft-repeated claim was in the eyes of some people an example of Hitler's propaganda strategy, the big lie. That is, tell such a big lie that people start believing it to be true. The New Republic is a well-known American magazine. Their experts say that Trump's words are not just lies but nonsense, which does not make any sense. Many professors, analysts, and political observers say that politicians have always lied, but Trump is completely different in this matter. Carol McCrennan, an American ethnologist in 2017, says that lying is common in politics. But Donald Trump is a leader who is most adept at lying. Historian Douglas Brinkley says that some U.S. presidents have sometimes misled the country, but there has never been a president who lies so frequently and habitually as Trump. Some experts have even said that it would not be wrong to call Trump the biggest liar president in U.S. history. Once he instructed his press secretary Stephanie Grisham to just keep repeating anything no matter what, people will believe it. When Stephanie left her job, she told us in front of the media, "To tell me it doesn't matter, Stephanie said enough, and people believe you. This is called the illusory truth effect, and this technique was used by Hitler. In this, a lie is made so common that it starts to seem true." The Washington Post created a new category in 2018, which was named Bottomless Pinocchio. People were included in this category who repeated the same lie 20 times. And surprisingly, Donald Trump is the first and so far the only politician whose 14 statements were included in this category at once. This means that he deliberately kept lying again and again. CNN's fact-checker Daniel Dale says that Trump mixes so many new lies that the media is unable to track him. By repeating lies again and again, he exhausts the media's attention. In 2011, for the first time, Donald Trump said in an interview that Barack Obama was not born in America. He doesn't have a birth certificate, and he has shown it. His certificate of live birth is something easy to get, so he has no right to become the U.S. president. For the next 5 years, he kept criticizing Barack Obama in various interviews and in his election campaign that he was born in Kenya and not America because his birth certificate never came in public view. This became so common that people started doubting Barack Obama. Finally, Barack Obama was forced to make his birth certificate public, and this is where Donald Trump's lie was caught. It clearly stated that he was born in 1961 in the U.S. state of Hawaii. But instead of Donald Trump accepting his lie, he put the blame on someone else. In 2016, Donald Trump finally accepted that Obama is from the U.S. But here he accused Hillary Clinton that she actually used to say that Obama was born in Hawaii, whereas BBC confirmed that Hillary Clinton never accused Obama of this. It is said about Trump that he does not just lie, but only speaks bullshit. According to Harry Frankfurt's famous 2005 book Bull, a liar knows the truth and hides it, while the person who speaks nonsense does not care whether what he is saying is true or false. Eduardo Porter of the Washington Post says that this definition of Frankfurt fits Trump perfectly. For example, when Trump became president, he blamed the previous American governments without checking the numbers of U.S. unemployment or inflation. Investigation proves that Donald Trump's habit of lying is quite old. In 1984, GQ magazine published a profile of Trump where Trump claimed that he owns the entire block of Central Park South and Avenue of the Americas. But it was written in GQ magazine that in reality Trump owned only 2 buildings, which makes up only 1/6 of the entire block. This year, another lie of his also came to light. In 1984, in order to be included in the Forbes list of America's top 400 richest people, Trump told a Forbes reporter his false wealth and was included in the list. At that time, he declared his wealth to be $1 million. But in reality, his wealth was only $1 million. Not only this lie, but at that time, Trump's spokesperson was John Barron, and audio recordings revealed that when Trump spoke to the Forbes reporter, he did so posing as John Barron. Since then, Forbes magazine has made a special rule for Donald Trump. Forbes editor Randall Lane told in an interview to MSNBC that for the last 30 years, we calculate Trump's wealth in such a way that whatever he says, we divide it by 3. Not only this, after the stock market crash in 1987, Donald Trump claimed in front of the media that he did not suffer any loss because he had sold all the stocks 1 month before. But his lie was caught when it was seen in the filing of the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission that in reality Trump had suffered a loss of $19 million in the stock market crash. The list of lies and fabricated stories of Donald Trump is so big that it does not seem to end. In 2009, Donald Trump bought a luxury golf course in Florida, which was named Trump National Golf Club. When Trump became its owner, he got a monument erected in the golf course. It was written on that monument that a bloody battle of the Civil War was fought here, and so many lives were lost here that the river water turned red with blood. And Trump's name was also written below, as if he was a great historian. When real historians saw this claim, they said that no civil war has ever taken place at this place. A Civil War expert, Richard Gillespie, said that this story is completely false. Trump has deliberately played with people's emotions by using the name of the Civil War. When Trump was questioned about this, he started abusing the historians. Not only this, Trump has claimed many times that he has won the golf club championship 18 times. But in reality, he has won only twice. The remaining 16 victories were won in those clubs, which he either owned himself or which were managed by the Trump Organization. Professional golfer Buddy Marucci told that Trump used to tell the members of his club that if anyone tried to surpass him, their membership would be canceled. This proves that Trump has been threatening to make false claims. Tony Shorts is a journalist and ghostwriter who actually wrote Trump's book, The Art of the Deal. People think that Trump wrote this book, but in reality, it was written by Swords. Shorts later openly admitted that he had made a big mistake by showing a good image of Trump. Many lies were written in this book as well. Like Trump wrote that his grandfather was American, while in reality he came from Germany. He did this because after World War II, Americans started hating Germans, and anyone who had a German background was considered bad. In his 2016 election campaign, Trump said that he had predicted Osama bin Laden's 91 attack in the year 200 in his book, The America We Devote. He also said that when no one knew Osama, I had written in the book that Osama bin Laden should be killed. But in reality, this was not found written anywhere in that book. Rather, people reminded Trump that Osama bin Laden was on America's most wanted list 3 years ago in 1998 itself. That is, he told such a big lie to get people's attention in his election campaign. when Donald Trump announced his presidential election campaign in 2015. Within 6 months of that, a famous fact-checking website, factcheck.org, gave him the award of King of Whoppers. That is, the King of Lies. The website said that in our 12-year history, no leader has ever told so many lies as Donald Trump has. And the strangest thing is that even when the lie is caught, Trump refuses to accept it. In 2016, he started spreading a strange conspiracy in the election campaign. At that time, Ted Cruz was also contesting the election to become the Republican Party's presidential candidate. But Trump started spreading the rumor that Ted Cruz's father was involved in the murder of John F. Kennedy. And he said this so many times that ultimately Ted Cruz lost the election. But in reality, Ted Cruz's father had no role whatsoever in the murder of John F. Kennedy. Trump just said it when it came to his mind. But the matter does not end here either. In 2015, BuzzFeed News reporter Andrew Kaczynski reported that Trump often says that he has the best memory in the world. But if Trump is getting any benefit, he often pretends to say it. For example, the Ku Klux Klan is an American extremist group, also known as Triple K in short. These people have a racial hatred, anti-black, anti-Jew, and anti-immigrant agenda. They have also been involved in bloodshed and various activities. David Duke has been a famous leader of this group. In 2016, David Duke said that vote for Trump, I support him. When Trump was asked if he would reject his support, Trump replied, "Who is David Duke? And what is this Triple K?" People were surprised that how is it possible that a group which is known to every child is not known by a presidential candidate? Now, either he really did not know David Duke or he was pretending. And if he was pretending, then there can be only one reason for it. Triple K and Trump have the same agenda. Yes, in 1970, the U.S. Department of Justice had filed a case of racial discrimination against Trump and his father. The allegation was that they did not rent their flats to black people. In 1991 also, Trump had said that he does not like black accountants. He has also said many times about Mexican people that Mexican people are mostly rapists and criminals. All these things show that there is not much difference in the thinking of white racist groups like Triple K and Donald Trump. The story of Trump's lies is so big that it is not possible to cover it in a single video. In April 2022, Donald Trump was addressing a rally in North Carolina. The rally's speakers were forced to laugh out loud when Trump said that I am the most truthful person in the world. Hope you guys will like and share this video of World Archive TV. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next great video.